Hi peeps, my name's Mark and I'm showing you the inside of my new garden room. So basically, to explain that anyone wanted to know, I boarded this with just your standard plaster boards and I taped and jointed it. So this was like a taper edge joint, so as you can see, if you can see that, that's where the trough was. So where the two plaster boards meet, where they taper down, it leaves you like a bit of a trough. So what you do is you apply some filler, or mud as they call it in America, which is a quick drying filler or easy fill. So you fill it, sand it, fill it, sand it. So this has had 3 coats, rubbed down in between each. And then what I've done is I've PVA'd all the walls, so I've given it a nice coat, sealed it all in. And then what I do, which saves me from skimming the whole walls, and I tend to like it, there's 2 reasons why I do this. I use lining paper. So I line the whole walls before I paint it in this lining paper, and I always like to get like a little bit of a pattern. This is like an embossed sort of raised pattern, and what this does is, rather than just painting this, because this is a wooden structure, and I know in time the wood's going to dry out, it's going to move a little bit, so you're going to get some cracking. You know, it's inevitable. You know, even in new brick builds it happens. So in a wooden structure there's going to be a little bit of movement. So what this does is it kind of binds it a bit more. That's what I like about it, and it hides any sort of imperfections, and it covers up any sort of slight cracking you may have. So, I mean, it's no different than when you're filling the joints. You know, you put like a paper lining, or some people do. So this is just a bigger version of that over the whole wall, and I think it looks really nice. So I've done it quite a few times, and it's a really nice effect. I like doing it. I mean, if you want to pay for somebody to come in and skim the whole place, then, you know, knock yourself out. But I'm just showing you my method of how I do it. It saves you a load of money, it saves you bringing in other trades. I mean, I could plaster, but I don't know, plastering the whole room, ceiling, definitely going to struggle. But the ceiling, I'm going to put a bit more effort into it. So the ceiling, I've taken joint it, and I've filled it a lot more, and that will be just painted, so I'm not lining that. It's just the walls I like to do. So I'm cracking on with this today, and then you'll see it start to come together. Alright, see you on the other side, people. Hi peeps, my name's Mark and today's job is painting my ceiling. So first I've got to prep it. I've already done about 3 coats of filler, sanded in between. So now I'm going to give it a final sand with my extendable pad. And then I'm going to give it a sealing coat, so that's a PVA glue mix. And then I'm going to do a mist coat. So if you don't know, when you're painting sort of fresh plaster or new walls, sometimes it's best to give it what they call a mist coat. So it's basically a watered down version of the final paint. So you just do 1 part water, 1 part paint, give that a coat, let it dry, and then you can put a couple of coats of, on here I'm doing like just a basic white matte emulsion. So, you know, nothing too fancy. So I'm going to crack on. I've got my mask because it's a real messy job. I've got my pad and I'm just going to get on and get it out of the way. So, see you on the other side, peeps. Cheers. If you're wondering what I mean by PVA, it's this stuff. Well, I don't mind showing you the brand. This one I got from Wick, so Interior Universal PVA. So you just mix this up with water and it's great. I mean, you can do it in different strengths. Yeah, well, I can't read that. I ain't got my glasses, it's too small. But read the back of it, it'll tell you what to mix it up in quantity for whatever you're doing. So this is great sealer and it's pretty cheap. I think this is about 10 quid, 10 quid a tub. So it goes quite a long way. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Getting a PVA on and then doing a mist coat.